Picture this. You are on a motorcycle. Green light, you move. And a car pulls straight across your path. The driver never saw you. Here is the strange truth every rider learns. Whatever you stare at is exactly where you go. Look at the car, and you drift into the car. It is called target fixation. So riders are taught one golden rule. Do not look where the danger is. Look where the solution is. Look at the gap, and you flow through the gap. You do not freeze. You pass. Now hold that image, because this video is not really about motorcycles. It is about why some people succeed, and others with more talent do not. Let's kill a myth first, the myth of talent. We love to believe success is a gift, that the winners were simply born special. It is a comforting story. Because if it is a gift, then failing is not your fault. But watch what happens to talent when you leave it alone. Talent without discipline is a fast bike with no rider. All that power, going nowhere, or worse, into a wall. Now meet the other rider. Ordinary talent, relentless consistency, not faster, not gifted, but every single day on the road. Here is the part people miss. Discipline does not just add up, it compounds. The talented sprinter who quits ends at zero. The steady rider who never quits keeps climbing. A year of small, boring, consistent effort beats 1 week of genius. Because genius that shows up once is a firework. Discipline that shows up daily is the sun. But consistency alone is not enough. Direction matters too. Before the most important part, if you are building something and this is hitting home, do me one thing. Hit that like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it means you will not miss what comes next. Okay, back to it. Because here is where the motorcycle rule comes back. Consistency keeps you on the bike, but focus decides where the bike goes. And most people in life do exactly the wrong thing. They stare at the danger, the bills, the failure, the competitor, the fear. And just like the rider, they steer straight into it. The mind is a vehicle. It goes where attention points. Stare at what you fear, and you organize your whole life around it. Focus on the solution, and your hands, your energy, your choices follow. This is not magic. It is not manifesting. It is attention. What you look at, you move toward, on the road and in life. So the real formula for success is not talent. It is 4 things stacked. 1. Consistency. Show up when you do not feel like it. 2. Discipline. Do the boring reps no one claps for. 3. Focus. Point your attention at the solution, not the fear. 4. Mindset. Believe the road bends toward effort and act like it. Talent, if you have it, sits on top as a bonus, not the foundation. Take talent away, and the tower still stands. Take discipline away, and the whole thing falls. We have all seen it. The gifted one who fizzled, and the plain one who, 10 years later, quietly arrived. The difference was never the gift. It was who stayed on the bike, and who looked at the road ahead instead of the wall beside them. So let's make the motorcycle lesson practical for anything you are chasing. When you feel yourself freezing, notice where your eyes are pointing. Are you staring at the problem, replaying the danger? Then deliberately move your gaze to the next small action, the gap. You cannot always control the car that pulls out. You can control where you look, and where you look is where you steer. Every time. Consistency puts you on the road. Discipline keeps you there. Focus aims the bike. Mindset tells you the road is worth riding. 4 skills, every one of them a choice, not a gift, which means the ceiling is not set by how you were born. It is set by how you ride. The talented and lazy rider is still lying next to the bike. The plain and disciplined one is already 3 towns ahead. Not because the road was easier, because they never looked at the wall. So here's the whole video in one sentence. Talent is the bike, discipline is the rider, and focus is the road you choose to look at. Lose the rider, and the fastest bike in the world just crashes. Keep the rider, keep your eyes on the gap, and even an ordinary bike gets you there. Everything you have been taught to envy, the gift, the shortcut, the natural, is the bike, and an unridden bike wins nothing. The person who shows up, stays on, and looks ahead wins by simply not stopping. That is the correlation. That is the whole secret. Not the danger you were dealt, the direction you decide to look. So, a question for you, and I read every answer. Where have you been staring at the wall instead of the gap? And where in your life do you need to move your eyes to the solution? Tell me in the comments. The bike you are on and the gap you are aiming for. Your story might be the one that helps someone else stay on their bike. I read the comments. The best ones often become the next video, so drop it below. I want to know where you are looking. And if you want more of the how, the discipline, the focus, the mindset, subscribe. There is a lot more coming. You already have a bike. Everyone does. Now get on and look where you want to go.